Hey, Todd, I am going to ask you about the playoff game, I promise. But let me start with there was a report about you interviewing with the Atlanta Falcons sometime next week. Can you comment on that at all?
Yeah, that's true. Right now, I'm focusing on the playoff game, and that'll come in time, and I'll deal with that then.
Let me ask you, Ron Rivera has raised the possibility of both Alex Smith and his other quarterback playing in the same game. I guess that'd be up to him when they would do that. Is that an extra layer of preparation for you guys? How different is their offense when Alex isn't there?
I mean, it's pretty much the same offense, so we'll prepare as normal, and whichever quarterback plays.
Thanks.
All right, we'll go to Jenna Lane.
Hey, Coach. I know you had a really wild week last week with having to stay home and everything, having to do stuff virtually. Just how relieved are you to be able to get back into the building and be able to do your job in a normal capacity without all those restrictions?
I mean, it feels great. Obviously, everybody's dealing with it, and the league's dealing with it, and you kind of got to make do as well. So the coaches did a great job while I was out, and it's just good to be back in the building.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go over to Greg Allman.
Todd, it looks like you won't be as short-handed on Saturday, at least getting Shaq Barrett back. But I was just going to ask you how you felt like the guys that had to step up, whether it be Minter, whether it be corners, whether it be depth on defensive line, how they held up under the circumstances on Sunday.
I thought those guys played tough. Obviously, they're different type of players than the ones that are out, but I thought they played tough, and the next man mentality, they came up and made some plays and helped us win the game.
The young guys on D-line, we saw Potawai for the first time, saw Khalil for only, I think, the second game. How did they hold up in the small time they were out there?
They did some good things. They did something that we got to work on, but overall they fought, and that was the best thing they did right there. They fought, and they gave us some chance to make some plays, so the experience will come.
Thanks, Todd.
Yeah.
Next up is going to be Luke Easterling.
Todd, I think a lot of people, when they look at this matchup, have been focused on Washington's defense in terms of what they do really well. But I know they've got some unsure situation at quarterback. But in terms of playmakers, when you look at guys like Terry McLaurin, when you look at Antonio Gibson, Logan Thomas, what do they present to you in terms of difficulties because of how versatile and athletic they are?
No, they present a ton of problems. Also, they have McKissick as well, and they got both Sims guys that play very well. But McLaurin can run every route. He can run the route tree. He's very fast. He's very polished. He can do a lot of things. Thomas has become a very good tight end in this league, working his way in from a quarterback. He throws it. He runs routes. He blocks well. And, between Gibson and McKissick coming out of the backfield, both used to play wide receiver as well as run the ball. So they present a lot of matchup problems that way.
And in terms of the team overall, you've got, quite a few guys that have come from other teams that have a lot of playoff experience and have had a lot of success. You've also got a lot of guys that have been with this team for a long time that have not experienced that yet. What's been the kind of the vibe or the energy in the locker room that's kind of mixed up in that way? A lot of guys that have been there before and a lot of guys that have been waiting for this opportunity.
Well, it's been great for the guys that's been here a while, like Levante, and hadn't gone to the playoffs and gone for the first time. So very happy for him and hope to continue that if we win the ball game. And for the young guys that's just getting here for the first time, try to make sure they relish and cherish the opportunity, because a lot of guys have played their whole careers and haven't gone to the playoffs. So we got to make the most of it.
Thanks, Todd.
Yeah.
Next up is going to be James Palmer.
Todd, you said with the two quarterbacks, it won't change your preparation, but do you go and watch, since Tyler hasn't played a whole lot, do you watch any extra of him just to prepare, even though you're preparing for one scheme? Do you spend a little more time on him? This is a chance he plays?
Yes, you do. You got to do your homework. And, we understand if he plays, we understand if the backup lineman plays or the other wide receivers come in the game. We got to know exactly what they're bringing to the table and try to defend those guys.
Thanks, Todd.
All right, we'll go to Mark Cook.
Hey, Coach. I apologize if you've already answered this and I missed it, but with Carlton Davis being anticipated, being back in the lineup, and with him being out, you were able to play some different guys, Ross Cockrell, of course, and even Herb Miller a little bit. With Carlton back, where do those guys fit in? Have they earned enough trust and respect from you to get some reps in there, or does it go back to where it was before Carlton was hurt?
They've earned some trust to get some reps in there, but obviously it depends on the game plan and schematically what we're trying to do and how we're trying to do it. But those guys are ready to play, they'll play. Carlton's ready to play, he'll play. If not, we'll adjust accordingly.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
All right, our last one will come from Leo Haggerty.
Coach, mobile quarterbacks give every defense trouble. Alex Smith is not a mobile quarterback. Does that change your mindset in terms of how you're going to rush him, maybe get more color in his face up the middle?
No, it doesn't change as much. Alex is a very smart quarterback. He understands what he has to do to get rid of the football when he can and can't make plays. And, you know, he's been doing it for a long time and he's very savvy that way. So we got to be prepared for the best Alex Smith we're going to face.
All right, that's all for today. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.